Testing 1 2 1 2, ladies and gentlemen. What a blockbuster we have in store for you today. Round 11 action of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. It's top of the table. Western Sydney Wanderers hosting Blacktown City. We've got this with you on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Glad to have you on board today.
Yep, all good.
And it's a warm welcome to Western Sydney Wanderers Football Park, ladies and gentlemen. Round 11 action of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. Two of this year's heavyweights, league leaders, Western Sydney Wanderers. 9 wins from their opening 10 games, up against one of the real powerhouse sides of the NPL, Blacktown City themselves, coming into this one in 4th position. The best 2 attacking sides in the competition. Western Sydney Wanderers with 36 goals, Blacktown with 28. Whilst for both sides respectively, they come into this as the 2nd and 3rd best sides in the competition. Will Gotts is with you on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel today. Glad to have you on board for what promises to be one of the games of the season. My correction, Wanderers have scored 38, so just correcting that. As we see both skippers in the centre of the park, exchanging pleasantries, and while they do that, we will go through today's lineup for you. Firstly, the visiting side, Blacktown City, they line up like this. In goals, number 1 and captain Tristan Prendergast, number 4 Lockie Campbell, number 6 Adam Berry, number 7 Travis Major, 9 is Jack O'Brien, 12 Tyrone Burney, 14 Mitchell Malia, 16 Ben Berry, 17 Marty Fernandez, 18 Nicholas O'Brien, and 23 Joey Gibbs. On the bench, returning skipper from suspension Murray Shabao, number 11, Danny Choi. Number 19, the youngster Julian Rodriguez. Number 22, Jacob Menidi. And reserve goalkeeper Caden Henderson, coached by Mark Crittenden. Whilst for Western Sydney Wanderers, they too only have 2 changes to last week's lineup, with Nathan Barry and Marcus Eunice taking part in last night's A-League game. And a big congratulations to Marcus on his debut A-League's goal. They have 2 changes to their starting lineup. They line up like this. In goals, number 1, Tiger Harper. A back 4, right to left, Jesse Cameron, Donny Gerdich, and Alex Bonatic, the skipper. And Anthony Pantazopoulos is out on that left-hand flank. The 2 central midfielders, Riley Hollingdale and Alex Battalato, and a front 4 of Dylan Shakluna, Adam Bulgaria, Nathaniel Blair, and Aidan Hammond. On the bench, Philip Gigliotti, Ryan Devine, Marcus Fernandez, Raymond Chelina, Edmund Haddad, and Lucas Sinot. Reserve goalkeeper, of course. They are coached by Andrew Christensen, and we have underway here at Football Park. Blacktown in their away strip, they're white, running from right to left. And that's Anthony Pantazopoulos there, conceding the first throw of the afternoon, which will be taken by Tyrone Burney. This has the makings of one of the games of the season, as we touched on at the top of the show today. 2 sides in stellar form. Just the 1 loss for Western Sydney this year. That was to Rockdale in round 3 here at Football Park. Whilst Blacktown also only suffered the 1 loss, but the 3 draws this year. Their loss coming back in round 5 up against Wollongong Wolves. As Prendergast hits that one forward, and it's cut out by Cameron. Here's Cameron now. And it's Travis Major for Blacktown, just getting it back to Nick O'Brien. And Lockie Campbell back into the lineup today with his first touch of the game. Shifts the ball back there, looking for Marley, but well read by Cameron, and it's picked up by Shakluna. Shakluna can drive along this near side to us. Closed down by Marty Fernandez and Mitchell Malia, but still with Wanderers, and it's Bonatig now. Gerdich. Bulgaria back to Gerdich, and he'll slide it across to left foot and the skipper there, Alex Bonatic, all the way back to Harper. First time sends it up towards Nathaniel Blair, but cut out by Burney. There's Joey Gibbs in field. And Blacktown looking for their first raid through Jack O'Brien. Alex Bonatig with the push in the back concedes the first free kick of the afternoon. We'll go to the way of the visiting side, Blacktown City. Great opportunity now for them to mount some pressure on this young Wanderers defence. Plenty of attacking prowess through these 2 sides, but equally impressive is their defensive duties this year. And that may be the difference today. First real opportunity of the game. Blacktown City from this set piece. Berry in the centre of the box, so to Lockie Campbell, Marty Fernandez. As the ball looks to be measured in, and they go far post for Berry, and not hacked away by the Wanderers. They come away with it now through Shikluna. And he's held up on that far side by Campbell. Back to Pantazopoulos. And he's happy to send it all the way back to Tiger Harper. Now Gerdich. Tony just looks for some runners. Finds it in the middle of the park through Hammond. Going down was Hollingdale, but it's still with Western Sydney and their skipper. There's Bonatic with the diagonal ball across to the right to find Shikluna. Nice first touch. Cuts inside Malia. Battleado there trying to play 1-2 with Bulgaria. The Wanderers maintain possession. Early one. The moments in this one. Plethora of games on today, some tantalising fixtures. Of course, the local derby, Sydney United, Marconi, the match of the round. Harpian, Rockdale, Illendon. And this is as good as it gets here at Football Park. O'Brien back to Campbell. Wanderers holding their shape at the moment, just blocking those middle passing lanes, so happy to not press high for the minute. And Nathaniel Blair now decides to press Prendergast and gets there and gets the block. Great press there from the number 9. Had an impactful off the bench appearance last night in the A-League loss to Melbourne City. Youngsters more than holding their own in that one. Bright future with some of the academy products coming here at Western Sydney. Here's Berry. And that's Adam Berry. Bernie's just directing traffic on that far side. Here's Ben Berry. This time, Adam Bulgaria there in the centre is just happy to hold his shape with his other two forwards in Hammond and Blair. Move it across to the left now through O'Brien. Getting no way forward. A little bit of a cat and mouse game in these early moments. Here's Malia. Skips inside Shikluna. Malia in, ball for Gibbs, and Gibbs is running towards the 18-yard box, can switch the ball to Fernandez, and in turn can find Bernie. But Fernandez from 20 yards out tries his luck. Looking to add to his 2 goals this year. Marty Fernandez, of course, a former Western Sydney Wanderers product. Off-season move across from Marconi Stallions and impressing Mark Crittenden at the moment. A lot of strike power on the bench for City. So it's an effort in itself just to maintain the starting 11 every week in this Blacktown side. When you look at the likes of the usual skipper Shabao, Danny Choi on the bench. Of course, Jacob Beniti's been doing a great job this year in the centre of the park. He's on the bench today. Blair there with Berry, and again they're closed down by Battleado. As Wanderers look to settle it down now, but free kick for pushing the back there on Joey Gibbs. Fernandez takes it for O'Brien, to his brother Nick O'Brien. Mitchell Malia, over the top he goes. Looking for that ball in behind for Jack O'Brien, but a little too heavy on it. It's a wonderful test for these two sides today. Aside from the one loss this year for Western Sydney against Rockdale, they've been scoring for fun. 38 goals through their opening 10 games. Nine wins from 10. Doesn't get much better than that to start the season, but Blacktown City themselves, just the one loss from their opening 9 games. 6 wins, 3 draws. As Berry finds Nick O'Brien. Fence drops a little deep so he can make his run towards the 18-yard box and cut it back. Nick O'Brien, ball in. Away by Pantazopoulos. Blair there and still with Blacktown. Here's Fernandez. Twisting and turning onto his left. It's the block from the skipper, Bonatig there. The second ball still with Blacktown and Bernie on the far side. Lucky Campbell thought about switching it across to the left, and that channel closed up quite quickly, so sent the ball across to Bernie. Couldn't keep that one in ahead of Panthers-Opera, so will be Western Sydney Wanderers throw deep in their half as Blacktown look to lock them in for now. Look for them to press off this throw. Panthers-Opera with the throw up towards Blair, looking for the head on it. Comes off Berry last, so they inch their way down that far sideline, Western Sydney. So Panthers-Opera waits for the cameraman to play ball boy. Photographer on the far side. Beautiful day here in Sydney. A little overcast and cool earlier on, but the sun's out and doesn't appear to be any rain this one. Perfect autumn's day for football here in Rudy Hill. Wanderers Football Park is the venue today. We've got just gladly calling this one for you. No action yet in terms of goals. You just sense that this game will open up at stages today. Both sides will get their chance. Gertidich across to Cameron, and he can drive towards the halfway line as he's closed down by Major. Bonatic, the ball in field, finds Hammond, and he turns. Has Blair in front of him, and he tried to slide that one through. It was a narrow opening. Nick O'Brien read it well and held in on that far side by Bernie for Ben Berry. Sends it towards Joey Gibbs. Comes off the Wanderers last, so throw goes to Blacktown City. Bernie with the throw. Here for Shakluna. Was Bulgaria there. Fernandez on the ball now. Major over on that far side. Keeping that middle passing lane very tight at the moment, Western Sydney. So you see a lot of movement by Blacktown from right to left, but not a lot going forward. The long ball forward by Prendergast comes off Cameron last, and Blacktown with a throw 5 yards inside Western Sydney's half. Throw taken quickly. Nick O'Brien drifts it up towards Major, chests it down for Fernandez, overlapping his Bernie, can play it out to him, in the path of him it goes. Bernie ball in, looking for Gibbs, away by Gertidich. Fernandez with a header, still in the air. Finally comes down by Battleado. Hollingdale under pressure. And they play out comfortably now through Panthers-Opolis. Down the line for Hammond. Twisting and turning. Double team there through Bernie and Ben Berry. And Bernie comes away with it. Gibbs with a drag and turn. Ball in field for O'Brien. Onto his left he goes. Jack O'Brien. Well, it's a beautiful drag and turn. The one touch onto his left, Jack O'Brien. Just dragged it wide of the near post of Tiger Harper. Great opportunity there for Blacktown. Battleado. Bonatic. Cameron. Side for Bugardia. He's under pressure there from Berry. Couldn't find the pass. Blacktown looking to lock the Wanderers in. The chest there from Gibbs. Just trying to caress that into the path of Major. Came more off his shoulder than anywhere else. There, Joey Gibbs. Cameron with the throw for Blair, and he's strong. O'Brien all over him, but he's still going Blair. Stays on his feet, plays it down the line for Bugardia. Blair still continuing on with his run. Played in the path from Bogardia. Blair, what a goal! Western Sydney Wanderers take the lead. Well, they transition nicely down the right-hand side. Adam Bogardia with a beautiful ball in behind. Still plenty of work to do for Nathaniel Blair. But he gets goal number 11 of the season. Western Sydney 1, Blacktown City 0. Well, it's delightful work, starting with Jesse Cameron. The ball found its way to Adam Bogardia. He rode a couple of challenges, stayed on his feet, slid the ball in behind, and wonderful finish from Nathaniel Blair, a striker who's in form, and so well he may be at the moment. Added a lot of spark, as did Marcus Eunice last night off the bench for Western Sydney, and that experience bringing that back to NPL land. Wonderful for the big number 9. Fernandez loses out. They come away with the ball now, Western Sydney Wanderers. Blair again wants the ball in behind, has played into his path. Shakluna there, heavy first touch from Blair. You could see what he's trying to do. Had Bogardia there. And coming in at the far post, Dylan Shakluna. He just took that heavy touch as he was looking to give that face ball across the goal. Nick O'Brien. Can they go long, looking for Gibbs? Nodded down by Bonatic. Cameron. Shakluna cuts infield. Picked off by O'Brien. Back to his brother Nick O'Brien. Lockie Campbell now. Lockie Campbell saying forward. And that's where he goes. No look, ball inside, but straight to the Wanderers. Blair strong, holds up O'Brien, goes down under the challenge of O'Brien. The referee sees an infringement there. Or will. He's going to have a word now to O'Brien. Say calm your heels. Jack O'Brien asking the question, how was that a foul? Referee said just calm your heels. That's the way I saw it. No need to carry on. Wants to keep his cards in the pocket for the moment. Hollingdale. Back to Gerditch. So they start again now, Western Sydney Wanderers, from that free kick. Cameron. Bonatig is going to find Hammond, but that pass infield was quickly closed down by Berry. Harper up towards the halfway line. You can see just holding up a little in the wind. Blacktown with a breeze that they're back in his first half. Cameron wins out well there. Shakluna closed down by Major. And Malia coming back to hold up the Western Sydney Wanderers boys. The 1-2 in the middle of the park. Battleado with Blair, but the second ball still with the Wanderers. Here's Hollingdale. Stands on it. Can't miss him out there. The only player in black boots apart from Tristan Prendergast. Riley Hollingdale. Shakluna loses out after that heavy challenge from Malia. Sees Blacktown City back in possession. Tyron Burney around Hammond. Up over the half he goes, looking for runners. He finds it in Gibbs. Bonatig goes across to hold him up. Hammond helping out defensively. Gibbs rides the challenge on the turn. Fernandez. The dink over the top. Straight in the arms of Tiger Harper. Andrew Christensen will be happy with what he's seen. His opening exchanges from his side defensively. Real one opportunity they did have was the shot wide from O'Brien. Monatig. Hammond. Pantazopoulos forward. Campbell a little hurriedly. Nice from Bonatig just to chest it down to Harper. Hollingdale dropping deep just to get some touches on the ball. Progress scores from around the grounds. Just the one goal at the moment. Wollongong Wolves 1 leading Sydney FC 0. It's Kumufuka in the 3rd minute. Difference at the moment is Major. For Berry to hold it up in that near corner to us. Cameron there. Malia. Major. The 1-2 with Fernandez. Still going. Travis Major. Shift out to right. Find Bernie. Kicks it up towards the 6-yard box. The header from Major. Over the crossbar it goes. Pantazopoulos. Hammond. Campbell wins that one for Blacktown. Gibbs. Campbell, Pantazopoulos getting there. Campbell with a slide. They can't keep it in. Just joining the stream. Western Sydney Wanderers leading goal to nil. 13th minute strike to Nathaniel Blair, his 11th of the campaign, the leading goal scorer. Hollingdale with the nod on for himself, but O'Brien there to help out Campbell. Plays it back to Prendergast. Mitchell Malia. Doesn't he look good this year, coming back from that off-season surgery? You don't want to give him any room to shoot the way he's shooting this year. Mitchell Malia. O'Brien on the turn. Bernie. Near post is Gibbs. Tries to get it there. Well read by Bonatig. Off Pantazopoulos last. Corner to Blacktown City. This is where they're dangerous. Blacktown City. The set pieces. Mitchell Malia going across with his in-swinging left foot. Plenty of tall bodies in the box. Great exponents of the head. This Blacktown side. Very there, Campbell. He swings it in. Off Blair. Major there. Gets his ball in blocked by Shakluna. Again, Bonatig well helping out in defence. Dylan Shakluna with a block. This time it's Jack O'Brien's turn. As Marty Fernandez just happy to drag out a defender. This one will go Route 1 style into the box. Jack O'Brien near post. Away by Hollingdale. Only as far as Malia. Western Sydney Wanderers getting out quickly. Berry with a head down, but couldn't find it into the path of Bernie. Shakluna. Up it goes. Marty Fernandez with the height ahead of Bugadia. Down for Malia. Can they send it forward? Again, Western Sydney come down with it. Battleado. Gerdich. No. Ball through that middle third. Had to go back to Harper. But the greatest of clearances from the Wanderers, number 1. Sees Blacktown with a quickly taken throw. Malia. Just paused momentarily there. Allowed Shakluna to come across. Another throw from almost identical position. Gibbs for Malia, first time. Far post looking for Major. Pantazopoulos, as cool as you like. Hard in mouth stuff if you're Western Sydney fans. Even up here in the commentary booth, wondering how that'd play out, but he knew what he was doing, Anthony Pantazopoulos. The left wing back for Wanderers. Shakluna for Blair. First time tries to knock that down. Fernandez fighting hard. The Wanderers with a lot of black shirts around. They play the 1-2 there. Here's Battleado. Shift across to the left. Pantazopoulos as Blacktown's defence shifts across to the right. Hammond there ahead of Berry. Can he get around and goes down? Referee goes to his pocket. No, he doesn't. Play on. Western Sydney. Can they make it two? Can they what? Well, he went down. He got back to his feet. Aidan Hammond skipped around the defence. Put it beyond the arms of Tristan Prendergast. 1 becomes 2. Western Sydney 2. Now leading Blacktown City now. And that's Bugadia's 6th of his season. That front 4 really scoring goals for fun this year. Western Sydney average 3.8 goals a game coming into this one. And they're already up 2-0 in this first half. But if we know anything about this Blacktown side, they possess a lot of arsenal and firepower, both on the pitch and off in the dugout at the moment. And they'll look to claw their way back into this one. Berry for Gibbs on the turn. Still going. Major wanted it to his right, so too did Fernandez. Malia holds up and comes off the crossbar. Major with a shot. Fernandez, the block. Well, Gerdich got the block. Ball held up in the wind off the T-junction. Tiger Harper couldn't get a hand to it. Gerdich with the block in the end that sees this corner for Blacktown. Jack O'Brien. Again goes near. Blair strong. Great header of the ball, so always helps out with defensive duties. Battleado, they look to transition quickly, but Blacktown get back in their position. They play the triangle passes. Bulgaria with a great switch of play across to Pantazopoulos. Runners in motion, looking for Blair. That one comfortable in the end for Prendergast, who was off his line quick. O'Brien. Again, the outball not finding the mark. That time was Prendergast trying to find a Gibbs. Wanderers with the throw. Give it away. Major, O'Brien. They try and transition. Defensive attack. In a split second. Berry, Malia. Numbers now behind the ball for Western Sydney. They did well to recover. Berry. Across to Ben Berry. See the front third of Western Sydney also working hard. They stay off O'Brien. He tries his luck. Always rising from 25 yards out in there, Nick O'Brien. One of many talented players in this Blacktown side. You give them the opportunity, they'll take it. Against the retreating defence. He thought he'd try his luck, but couldn't force a save from Harper in that occasion. Speaking of the man, here's Harper. Play it short. Hammond with the turn, and he's all over. Ben Berry concedes the free kick. It's a dangerous position. About 30 yards out from Tiger Harper's goal as he looks to set up his wall at the moment. Pantazopoulos, the Lone Ranger. Adam Bulgaria just standing in front of the ball, so he's going to join what looks like a two-man wall. Riley Hollingdale as well there. Referee satisfied there, 10 yards. Looks a smallish 10 yards to me, but it's the referee's 10 yards. Malia. We saw what he did last week with that knuckleball goal against Central Coast Mariners. Can history repeat itself today? Up steps Malia. Got it up and over the wall, but felt nice in the end for Harper. Shakluna, Cameron, Battalato, Bulgaria goes down under the challenge there of Malia, going to get a yellow card. So first yellow of the afternoon goes to Blacktown City. Nice free kick. The vision there from Shakluna to find Panthazopoulos. Plays it short. Hammond gets the deflection in. Panthazopoulos there. The sliding Campbell goes down. Does Panthazopoulos. Prendergast claims and distributes quickly. Fernandez gets the ball pinched away from him there from Battalato. Working hard. What was the number then? 10 there for Western Sydney. See the wind just all holding up in the air. Shakluna under pressure from Malia. Hollingdale. Shakluna again. Gets around Berry. Ball in behind for Cameron. He has some targets there in the centre of the box. Cameron tries his luck. Well, was it a shot? Was it a ball in? Just wide of the far post there, Jesse Cameron. Had Nathaniel Blair and Aidan Hammond steaming in. And if they could have found the third, it would have been a big, long way back for Blacktown City. O'Brien. First time ball by Shakluna. The nod on from Bulgaria. Well read by Adam Berry. Malia. Cameron working hard to get back into his position. So Shakluna covering for him there. Free kick. Again, they switch across to the left. Panthazopoulos. Bonatic. Plays the 1-2 there. Hollingdale, and ball in the end finds its way to Harper. Low ball to Blair. Here's Hollingdale. Through ball for Blair. He's going Route 1 style. Blair up towards Prendergast it goes. And the Wanderers bench saying he was outside the box. Almost nearly got around Prendergast, but a brilliant glovesmanship there from the number one. And it needed to be pinpoint to stay in the box first and foremost, and also not to take down Blair. Both their goals have come from the right and left hand sides today, but that one there, they tried to use the blowtorch through the middle and it almost worked for Wanderers. Shakluna under pressure from Marley, will do well to keep it in, and he can do so. Up towards Battalato, nods it down for Cameron. Nick O'Brien with the throw. Got us with you today on this beautiful Sunday round 11 of the NPL New South Wales men's competition, live and exclusive as always on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Just under 15 minutes in this first half to go. Wanderers 2 leading Blacktown City nil. If you're joining us, Nathaniel Blair in the 13th minute with his 11th of the season, giving them the lead, and then Aidan Hammond in the 24th, doubling the lead for the home side as they look to make it 10 wins from their opening 11 games this year. O'Brien. Berry. Campbell. Panthazopoulos there. And that's going to be a great battle on that right-hand side today. Bernie, one of the fittest, if not the fittest player in the Blacktown City side. Up against an Anthony Panthazopoulos that'll go all day. Hammond. Bulgaria. Skips inside O'Brien, goes down. Slightest of touches, but a foul nonetheless. Midway in the Wanderers attacking half. You can see the youngsters here at Western Sydney Wanderers. Liken them to Sydney FC a couple of seasons ago. Of course, Sydney at the moment going through a transition with their youngsters. This squad has been built over the last couple of seasons. Andrew Christensen, of course, coming in the last 12 months. And alongside Richie Cardozo, the 20s coach, really have these youngsters firing this year. What a ball by Battleado. Picks out Cameron O'Brien there. Yeah, he never gave up the chase, Nick O'Brien. As the ball goes over the fence into field 5 here at Football Park. Of course, home of Western Sydney Wanderers, the 10 fields here. And this grass pitch, as good as any going around. Used by the W League throughout the season. And of course, the NPL boys as well. As we wait for the ball to come across for Dylan Shakluna to take the throw. Bulgaria there down the line, plays it to Cameron, the 1-2 touch, and Shakluna impeded, but the referee and the lino saying nothing in it. So Blacktown with the throw. Down the line for the nod on from O'Brien for Major, and good to chair. Strong comes off him last. They look to take it quickly. Ball in field. A throw from Malia finds Fernandez. Burning on the overlapping run. Hammond getting back to hold him up. And they just play it out comfortably in the end. Hollingdale. Hammond back to Hollingdale, and they've got runners in motion now. Bulgaria through the middle. Blair wants it. Lockie Campbell cutting that one off. Again, they resort to the long ball forward. A testament to the shape of the Wanderers today. Andrew Christensen has this side playing. No easy pass out there in this first half. Western Sydney leading 2-0. What got us with you today? Round 11 action of the best NPL competition in the land. League leaders Western Sydney up against 4th place Blacktown City. Blair nods it down, but Hammond a little too far away with him, and Berry, Adam that is, plays the 1-2 and play out from his brother Ben. Bernie again long. Plenty of height in that Wanderers defence. Donny Gertich and the skipper Alex Bonatic. Travis Major's a big man, but they tower out over him out there today. There's Major. It was Gibbs previous. Campbell. Nick O'Brien. Play through the middle. Adam Berry. Across to Malia. Can swing this one in, looking for Gibbs. It comes off Gibbs. Cries of handball. Will be a Blacktown ball. That clearance coming off Bonatig. The referee did point a Wanderers throw, but the assistant quickly overruled that and took that on board. Fernandez. There's another Fernandez on the bench today for Western Sydney, no relation. Marcus Fernandez. Aside from the name, the one constant they have is both have or are at this academy, Bonatic. Major with a throw for Gibbs. Pantazopoulos just happy to concede the throw on the far side. As Blacktown try and get their way back in this contest for the break. Just over 5 minutes to play in this first half. Wanderers still leading 2-0. Here's Bernie. Nice chest down and the delivery in for Gibbs. A little too high. Headed on by Gerdich, and here's Jesse Cameron. Berry puts some pressure on Hollingdale. Blair strong. Told you he's strong. For number 9. Here's Battleado. Hammond. Step overs there, twisting and turning, trying to get the better of Bernie. Ben Berry there to help out as the B defender if he needs him. Here's Hammond still. Hollingdale, cross to Shakluna. He's got Cameron to his right. Looks to get it there, Jesse Cameron. Campbell as well. Cut back for Bulgaria, goes down. Well, it was a beautiful cutback from Jesse Cameron, finding Adam Bulgaria. The referee says he saw enough from Adam Berry there with a push in the back on Nathaniel Blair. And it will be the number 9. He's the penalty taker for Andrew Christensen's side to step up from 12 yards out. Blacktown players just not happy with that decision. One of those ones that could have gone either way, but it's gone to the way of Western Sydney Wanderers. League's leading scorer Nathaniel Blair up against Tristan Prendergast. Lockie Campbell gets a yellow for remonstrating. So the second Blacktown City player in the book. Up steps Battleado. Finds the needle, finds the back of the net. Western Sydney get their third of the afternoon. He gets 2, gets 12 for the year. It's a big lead to the league leaders approaching the halftime break. Western Sydney 3, leading Blacktown City 0. Well, the jink run. Tristan Prendergast guessed the right way. He was an inch or two away from keeping that one out. Inch perfect penalty from Nathaniel Blair. 12 for the campaign. And there's plenty more to come. We're only in round 11. Setting the pace like last year's Golden Boot winner Alek Urashevsky did. He got 27 in 30 games. And Nathaniel Blair, when he scores goals, he usually scores them in numbers. Shakluna with a throw for Blair, fighting with Nick O'Brien. Goes down O'Brien. Malia, can they pull one back before the break? Over the top for Major. Shakluna. Holds up Gibbs, strong. Gerdich. Under pressure. Nice Battleado there. Gibbs. We've got 2 defenders there, and Shakluna can keep it in and tries to play it off Gibbs, but second ball with Cameron. Battleado, they switch across to the left now. Pantazopoulos. As Wanderers look to transition. 5 across the back at the moment for Blacktown. No way forward, so happy to just maintain possession for the moment. Bonatic to Pantazopoulos. Over the top for Hammond. He tried to back heel into the path of Pantazopoulos. Well read by Bernie. Here's Fernandez. Ball across to the left. O'Brien. Now to Malia. Cameron Closes him down. Mitchell Malia tries to get around the outside of the youngster. Thinks it forward for Gibbs. The back heel for O'Brien. That's Jack. Tracked across by Bonatic. Has Malia there if he needs him. Plays it back to Malia. Cameron gets the final touch. That play breaks down, but the throw still with Blacktown City. Joey Gibbs. Balling for O'Brien. Back to Berry. Well, he sort of snapped at that one. Couldn't quite wrap his foot around it, Adam Berry. Always sailing wide of Tiger Harper's post. A better ball movement that time for Blacktown City. There's Bonatic. Just looks at his options. Thinks over the top to Blair's, just dropping to that midfield role at the moment. They send it long. And Berry back to Preston. Tristan Prendergast. And Tristan sends it over the half. Panthers there with Major. Major with a flick on. Bernie with that first touch. Didn't feel nice for him. Was always going to be difficult, but Wanderers, could they find an improbable fourth before the break? Bulgaria. Gerdic. Blair, first time for Battleado. Tries to dink it around Malia. Malia got a toe in there. Throw with Western Sydney Wanderers. Dylan Shakluna now. 5 yards in his defensive side off halfway. Looking for runners. Blair again drops in. Shakluna, long ball forward. Hammond there, the nod down for Campbell, and he hacks it away. Finds Malia. Major wants it over the top. Mitchell Malia just can't get it into that path of Travis Major. As defence looked like turning into attack for City. Steve the photographer. Oh boy, that time for Dylan Shakluna. Not in any hurry. The number 6, Bulgaria, for Cameron. You hear the call from Campbell there. Don't let him out. They win it. Fernandez rides the challenge of Battleado. Referee says no advantage as he goes down. They will get set piece opportunity approaching half-time here. Into time added on. Into this first half. Can they reduce the deficit to 2? Heading into the sheds. Mitchell Malia. Onto the penalty spot it goes. And Campbell with a header. Couldn't quite get the angle on it. As Harper distributes quickly. And the youngsters happy to transition. Up-tempo football. Bulgaria on the heels of him, but it falls nicely. Through Malia. O'Brien plays it off him last. The throw still with Western Sydney. They'll be happy to just keep possession and keep Blacktown away from their goal. Approaching the break. Battleado goes down. Fernandez just... In fact, it was Hammond. Fernandez just got enough of the hills there. Hollingdale takes his time walking across to this one. Does Riley. Bonatic. Gerdic. Skipper Bonatic. Cuts him through that middle third. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of a big 45 minutes here at Wanderers Football Park. League leaders, Western Sydney Wanderers, red hot in this opening 45 minutes. 3 goals to the advantage, approaching the break. Goals in the first half for them. Nathaniel Blair in the 13th minute. Aidan Hammond in the 24th, and Blair with his second of the afternoon in the 41st minute, approaching half-time from the penalty spot. 2 wonderfully orchestrated first and second goals in that first half. Nathaniel Blair after a delightful ball in behind from Adam Bulgaria. And that second goal, that solo effort from Aidan Hammond riding the challenges, getting back to his feet, cutting inside the 18-yard box and rifling it into the back of the net. A lot of work for Mark Crittenden's side in the sheds to regroup his lineup. They're certainly talented enough to make a game of it, especially if they come out and pitch one in the opening 15 minutes of the second half. But at the moment, half-time here at Football Park, where Western Sydney Wanderers 3 lead Blacktown City nil. We'll see how the next 45 minutes play out after the break. So give us about 12 minutes, tune back in. Can Western City make it 10 wins from their opening 11? Or will Blacktown City come from behind and secure something in this top of the table clash today? this second half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wanderers Football Park for this commencement of this second half. Blacktown City out early onto the pitch, trailing 3-0. I think Mark Crittenden's speech at halftime would have been sharp and to the point. You're going to see no changes for Blacktown City to start the second half. And after a big shift yesterday against Melbourne City, skipper Alex Bonatic comes off. Raymond Chelina comes on. That is the one substitution at halftime for Andrew Christensen, as we have second half underway here at Western Sydney. Chelina with his first touch of the second half. Back to Harper, the press from Gibbs. They look to squeeze him early. Blacktown. Huge 45 minutes coming up if they're to get themselves back in this one. A big 15 minutes to start the second half. He's vital. Chelina. Hollingdale. Closed down by Berry. Has to go all the way back to Harpo. Plays out and O'Brien on the quick press. Cameron downfield for Blair. Blair now sporting the skipper's armband with Bonatic going off at the break. Big number 9. 2 goals in the first half to him and 1 to Aidan Hammond. Saw the 3-0 scoreline. Big shout out to the Pinchers. Boy Brax plays for Blacktown City in the 13s. Tuning in today, not quite working out for them, but at home enjoying the call and the game. So glad to have you on board, Daniel Braxton, Amanda and the Pinchers family. Pantazopoulos, first time for Hammond. Campbell fighting hard, comes away with it. Lockie Campbell over the half, into the path of O'Brien. Ball in behind for Major. Harper was quick off his line. Rolls it quickly to Hollingdale, but with no one around, he's under no pressure. Gertich. Chelina. Pantazopoulos. It was a nice first touch, but just couldn't keep it in play. Only with the throw. Ben Berry. Jack O'Brien chests it down. Now Bernie. Drifts it over the top for O'Brien. Track there was Battleado. And Chelina there jostling with Major. Major looking for something. Straight at the assistant there, Travis Major. Chelina takes the goal kick. Early moments in the second half. League leaders at the moment staring at 10 wins from their opening 11. Unbeaten since round 3. 38 goals scored coming into this one. Can add another 3 so far today. 41 goals opening 10.5 rounds. O'Brien, Bernie to his right. Pantazopoulos has to get there quickly to stop the ball in. And it beat Joey Gibbs at the near post. Dylan Shakluna, safety first, conceded the corner. As he had Mitchell Malia rushing in at the back post. O'Brien with the corner, sun in his eyes. Just a little bit of pushing and shoving there between Chelina and Campbell. O'Brien Plays it out to Berry. A better angle to whip this one in. Pantazopoulos with a header, still inside the 18-yard box. Pushing the back from Ben Berry on Nathaniel Blair. And Western Sydney with a relieving free kick. Just on the edge of their 18-yard box. Oh. Riley Hollingdale there went to take the free kick about 10 yards downfield. This time they'll have to take it back to the 6-yard box for a goal kick. Harper with the relieving pressure downfield and just allow Western Sydney to make their way upfield. All the way back to Prendergast, and Blair just put enough pressure on him there that he had to play it out to O'Brien, and hurriedly, very cheekily over the top to his brother Ben. Adam again. Battleado working to try and win it back. Fernandez studs up. He's going to find himself with a yellow. Donny Gerdich has stayed down. Both benches remonstrating. Wanderers saying that felt that was a red, and the Blacktown bench feeling as though that was a challenge that both players went in similarly. They've seen Fernandez be cautioned with the yellow. 3 for Western Sydney today. As Donny Gerdich receives some treatment from the physio, Rosalind Trimboli. Be seen here at the Wanderers Academy almost every training night, attending to the academy players and the NPL players and the A-League and the W League squads. And that will be a blow. Need a little bit of a shake up defensively if he's unable to continue. And Alex Bonatic replaced at half time. So that big shift yesterday in the A-League game against Melbourne City. See the reasoning of Andrew Christensen starting him today to keep that defence strong to start this one. Blacktown City with the number 2 attacking side in the competition leading into this one. So Marty Fernandez has had the yellow card overturned on advice from the assistant. So the yellow has now become a red. And they will play with 10 men for the remainder of this one. We're only in the 9th minute of the second half. So 36 minutes plus time added on. Not only trailing 3-0, are looking to fight their way back into this one with 10 men. Marty Fernandez given his marching orders. The yellow recanted and overturned, given the red on advice from the assistant. Late challenge on Donny Gerdich. Gerdich back to his feet after treatment from the physio, Rosalind Trimboli, as she makes her way off. Fernandez asking the question to the assistant, and Matthew Bingley, the assistant on the bench, is saying, no point arguing now, let's just head back to the bench. Marty heading back to the showers. So what was a massive task for Blacktown City Not beyond them, but with 10 men. Almost seems like Mount Everest now. I'll give it a good shake though. Not going to die wondering today. Switch of play from Chukluna. Finds Pantazopoulos, keeps it in. Cuts in field, looking to get around Bernie. Gets a deflection and straight into the hands of Prendergast, who distributes quickly for O'Brien. Nick O'Brien held up on that far side by Cameron, so they go left and come right. Bernie. Block off Battleado, so an opportunity now. And you figure if Blacktown City fight their way back in, the set pieces for Mark Crittenden's side will be of most importance. Mitchell Malia swing this one in off his left as the Blacktown runners are in motion. Far post he goes into the mixer. Away by Pantazopoulos, helped on by Hammond. Here's Bulgaria. It's 3-on-1. All of a sudden they can break away and find a fourth. Nathaniel Blair cuts inside O'Brien and they butchered that one. It was 3, almost 4-on-1 at one stage. Blacktown City did ever so well to get back and keep them at bay. The ball over top from Bulgaria. Ghosting behind Cameron, but offside. Here's Jesse Cameron. Taken quickly. There is no time to take things slow in the second half. Blacktown City, Bernie. Can't play that into the path of Joey Gibbs. Crittenden there just saying he wanted Mitch to go, but wouldn't have mattered anyway. Pantazopoulos, a long throw for Blair. Nice first touch. Hammond inside. Campbell just sends it downfield and says to Joey Gibbs, let's go. Going to play rather direct, you would think, and quick in this second half. Just joining us, Western Sydney Wanderers 3-0 to the advantage, but playing with 10 men with Marty Fernandez sent off in the 54th minute of this one. The yellow that was overturned to a straight red. Prendergast can't find Bernie, so Chelina with plenty of time on the ball. Plays it short to Battleado. Gerdich. Chukluna over the top. Campbell with the head. Throwing to the Wanderers. Just inside their own half. Hollingdale for Chukluna. Plenty of movement off the ball from Western Sydney. Held over on that far side by Joey Gibbs. Still going, Dylan Chukluna, but can't run without arms. The referee finally calls it back for a free kick. No advantage. Some progress scores for you around the grounds. Sydney Olympic 0. NWA Spirit 0, that's 57 minutes in. Spirit with also playing with 10 men. Marconi 0, trailing Marconi Stallion, Marconi 2, leading Sydney United 0, that's 54 minutes in. Wolves 2, now leading Sydney FC 1. Of course, the match of the round kicking off at 4:30 today. Apia hosting Rockdale Illingdon. Here's Bulgaria. Nice ball in for Hammond. 1 touch, 2 touch, puts it away. No, he doesn't. Well, beautiful feet there from Aidan Hammond. Wonderful vision from Adam Bulgaria to find him. The quick feet created the space to get the shot away. Just sizzled past Tristan Prendergast far post. Score remains here at Football Park. Western Sydney 3, Blacktown City nil. Got us in the chair today here at Rudy Hill. Round 11 action. League leaders taking on 4th place Blacktown City, but at the moment it's Western Sydney that look like making it 10 wins from 11. You never discount the top NPL sides that possess the firepower like a Blacktown City do, but it's going to be difficult. Badalado. Chilina. Blair. Goes down. Take it quickly. Hollingdale. Bulgaria. Goes down under the challenge of Gibbs, and he's going to get a yellow. Joey Gibbs. Plenty of action in the book of the referee today. Campbell just getting some treatment at the moment. Can you afford for him to go off injured, and he's going to be substituted? So we're going to see a forced substitution for Mark Crittenden. And it's going to be Jacob Beniti makes his way on for Lockie Campbell. Hollingdale plays short. Referee finds the infringement. Plenty of shirt being pulled there inside the 18-yard box. So Lockie Campbell goes off, succumbing to that injury. Jacob Beniti replacing him. And we'll see Nick O'Brien just move into the heart of the... We're going to see some substitutions potentially from the Wanderers here too. Just blocked from the board, but I see Philip Gigliotti there. And Edmund Haddad. Dylan Shakluna and Nathaniel Blair making their way off. So Shakluna off for Gigliotti. Nathaniel Blair, the skipper, with a brace. League's leading goal scorer with 12 comes off, and Edmund Haddad comes on in place of him. So Wanderers with a couple of subs to go with their half-time substitution. Here's Gibbs. He's got some space to find Malia. Little hold up. It's near side to us. Pantazopoulos there. Malia trying to get it onto his left. Floats that one in at the back post for Major. The second ball drops invitingly for Hollingdale, and they play out. Here's Bulgaria. Badalado. Hammond. Ball in for Bulgaria. Hammond. Bernie. Got plenty of space. Only outlet over on that far side is the Major himself. Adam Berry. Major. Jacob Beniti. Opportunity now for Blacktown to have some possession. Of course, playing only with 10 men. Wanderers happy to just let them maintain possession in pockets that they don't fear. Eddie all the way back to Prendergast. Long ball from Berry. Trying to find Malia, but Pantazopoulos going to get there ahead of him, and Mali with a block. Fighting hard. Still with Pantazopoulos. A little juggling act. Goes down. Was looking for something, but it's... Well, they locked right there and then. Referee quick to run in. Malia and Pantazopoulos. Anthony said it wasn't me. Feeling as though potentially it looked worse than it was. Carl Davies goes across to his assistant, Aranath Gobinath. And he's going to come across to Pantazopoulos, and on the advice of the assistant, Pantazopoulos gets shown a straight red. So now it's 10 on 10. So some dubious calls today from both benches, of the belief that they have been. We didn't believe that Marty Fernandez's red should have been a red, and now the Wanderers bench in turn can't believe that Anthony Pantazopoulos has been given a red, and he's going to make his way back to the sheds. Referee Carl Davies saying you need to come off the nearest part of the field, which is near to us in commentary. Pantazopoulos comes off. He's going to make his way back into the sheds, which the Wanderers sheds, the home sheds, are in the clubhouse to our left. Chamale gets to his feet. Good to see him back walking freely. Always difficult ones to work out which way they go, but Carl Davies wasn't sure. On the advice of the assistant, Aranath Gobinath, decided it was a red. O'Brien with the free kick. Heading from Berry. Away by Hammond, up towards the halfway line. 10 on 10 action in round 11 here at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney 3 leading Blacktown City 0. There's been plenty of action today, not only on the pitch but off the pitch. Both sides with a little bit more space for the remainder of this one. Still got 22 minutes to play in this second half, so a lot of time. Adelaide overruns it. O'Brien comes away with it. Adam Berry across to Manides, tracked across by Gigliotti. Switch across to the right with a low block at the moment from the Wanderers, inviting Western Sydney. The deflection through Chalina, away to safety, up towards and over the halfway line it goes. Here's Ben Berry now. Wanderers hanging on at the moment, trying to keep a clean sheet, not wanting to give Blacktown City a sniff by pulling one back, but it's Blacktown City with the ball in possession at the moment. The weight of it, the ball in by Malia, and that one swings away and over the goal line for a goal kick. We're going to see another substitution for Western Sydney. Adam Bulgaria, that first assist comes off, a great shift from him. And he's replaced by Ryan Devine, so fresh legs for this last 20 or so minutes for Andrew Christensen. Harper. Just dinks it forward for her dad. Hollingdale there. Another free kick. Has been a bit like that in the second half. Very stop-start. Everyone behind the ball now for Western Sydney. With Adam Berry standing over this one. Goes short and look to get the touch on from Travis Major. The referee says there was a touch in the end off Tiger Harper. Didn't quite see that from where we were, but the referee in a better vantage point than me. Corner to Blacktown. O'Brien to take it. Goes near. Right by Gigliotti. Didn't quite make field 9 here at Football Park. Easy one to fish out. Jack O'Brien once again to reload. Warriors fans saying outside, getting back in the circle. The ball in. Wide by Gerdich. Volley in from Maniti. And that is where the other one is. We're quickly running out of balls. We're going to see another substitution. Murray Shabao and Danny Choi coming off. Mitchell Malia. And Joey Gibbs coming off. So Malia and Gibbs off. Shabao back from suspension against the captain's armband. Danny Choi on. So all the firepower's on. Now for Mark Crittenden's side. Still a lot of time in this one. If they can pinch one and give them momentum, maybe a second to make it interesting, but Wanderers holding solid presently. Gigliotti there can't find Jesse Cameron. Maniti skips across for the throw. Choi. Maniti. Nick O'Brien. You can see the amount of space there with both teams playing with 10. Hammond. Devine. For Battleado goes down. Referee says nothing there. Get back to your feet. Jack O'Brien skips away with it. Shabao. Chalina. He gets there. Going to be hard work for these players. And Berry comes across. Concedes the throw, but it's going to be hard work in his final 17.5 minutes. Going to be plenty of time added on. A couple of red cards, plenty of substitutions. A bit of overtime here at Football Park today. Two of the powerhouse sides in the competition this year going toe-to-toe, but it's Western Sydney at the moment. They turn it over Blacktown. Here's Gigliotti. Hammond twisting, turning inside. Gigliotti, the ball back for Hammond. He's onside. Can he get there first header? Prendergast can't keep it in. Can he? No. The assistant on the far side, Lasandro Olana, says it went out for a goal kick. A lot of pockets of space out there. I don't know if you're tuning in, watching this one, thinking the game's finished at 3-0 or perhaps that's the end of the scoring. I beg to differ. Here's Shabao. Ben Berry. Nick O'Brien across to Jacob Maniti. Adam Berry. Switch across to Bernie. Devine there. Just does enough. Ball goes back to Shabao. Bernie. Berry. Diagonal ball across to Danny Choi. Lovely first touch. Skips inside Danny Choi. Twisting, turning. Jesse Cameron holds him up. The B defender comes to help out. O'Brien, the ball in. Pulls it wide. Hear the goalkeeper there, Tristan Prendergast, saying, come on boys, it's coming, let's go. This side has a lot of belief. This Blacktown City side, going back to that loss last year when they went down to Spirit. Their side finished off 2023 better than them, and they've taken that form into this year. Coming into this game today, their last 22 games resulting in 16 wins, 5 draws and just the 1 loss, which was this year to Wollongong Wolves. Back in round 5, ball in for O'Brien. Harper comes out. Donny Gerdich there, had to be great. Harper momentarily caught out of position, but Gerdich great in the heart of defence as he has been all day today. The big number 4, Shabao, Major. Ben Berry. They're dropping deeper at the moment. Western Sydney. Burney tries to get around Devine. Wanderers bench happy with his output since coming on. Ben Berry. Burney. Devine closes him down. Gets a toe in, but the ball falls nicely for O'Brien up towards the 18-yard box. Tried to slide it in for Danny Choi, but they can transition quickly. It's Aidan Hammond looking up. He's got 6 white shirts around him. Has to go hand solo. Now it's the City side who look to transition their way downfield. Shabao. Wanderers get behind the ball now. O'Brien. Burney to his right. Major near. Goes short. Looking for the 1-2 from Major. Burney can measure the ball in. Goes into the box. And again it comes off Gerdich. Chalina keeps it in. Plays it short. Hollingdale there working with Devine. Only as far as Major. O'Brien. Shabao. The number 10, the Mercurial, the Magician, El Magico as he's known. So there he is. Shabao, the ball in for Burney. Couldn't get into the path of him, and Gerdich read what was coming on. Got across with a solid clearance. City still with the weight of possession at the moment. Ben Berry. Jack O'Brien. They're not pressing hard. Just keeping their shape. Keeping the passing lanes closed as best as they can. Of course, both sides 10 on 10. Ball across for O'Brien and gets the run on, but he'll keep it in ahead of Devine and all the way back to Berry. And they go again. They reload the trigger. Ben Berry. Jack O'Brien. Shabao. Major. Tries to get around Chalina. Chalina on his feet. Major with a shot. Drags it wide. Kept in by Manidi. Nick O'Brien. Jack O'Brien. Again, this time Danny Choi the target. Lovely first touch from Manidi. Adam Berry plays it short. Well read by Hollingdale. They can play out if they choose. They slow it down. Cameron. All the way back to Harper. We'll try and draw out the Blacktown City attackers and find the space in behind. Haddad. Devine. Chalina. Under pressure from Burney. He'll go all day, Tyron Burney. I told you he's one of the fittest players in the club, if not the fittest, Tyron Burney. They're all putting in a big shift today. Both teams playing this one out with 10 men. Battalato. Gigliotti on his bike. Maybe a little too early, so they had to hold it up. Hollingdale. Cameron. Gigliotti. Battalato. Tracked across by Berry. Cuts inside. Gigliotti again. Beats Manidi, but it's upended by Danny Choi. Danny Choi winning the free kick there for City. Just on 11 minutes plus time added on in this one. Here at Wanderers Football Park. No score to the half time. Western Sydney 3. Leading Blacktown City 0. Edmund Haddad with the yellow, gets the first yellow. Of course, Antizopoulos with a straight red, but Haddad with the yellow there for that shirt pull. And Julian Rodriguez comes onto the pitch for Travis Major. His day is done, Travis Major. So the youngster, Julian Rodriguez, has looked good since getting opportunities this year in this first grade lineup for Mark Crittenden. Plenty of experience, but integrating some youth so far this year nicely. They turn it over. Haddad. Allendale slows it down. Devine. Big shift across the Gigliotti, tries to knot it infield for Hammond. Troy out to Manidi. Nick O'Brien plays the 1-2 with him. Again, they send it long. Looking for Bernie. Devine there in front of him. Holds him up into the corner. Devine. It is well. There's a youngster, Ryan Devine. Went across just to hold him up, and in the end, coming away with it. Wins the free kick. And great opportunity now for Western Sydney to just relieve some pressure on them defensively. They have been under the pump for a little while. Blacktown pressing hard, trying to find one and find a way back in. They are holding firm, the youngsters from Western Sydney at the moment. Beautiful footwork that time by Hammond. It was Devine. Battleado for Haddad. And Berry can't keep it in, so throwing to Western Sydney just in front of the Blacktown City dugout. Just see Mark Crittenden there. Jason to Ryan Devine. Haddad for Devine. And they look ball inside, but straight to Julian Rodriguez. Chabau across to Troy. Let's see what he's got here. Danny Troy. Wonderful footwork he has. Danny Troy. Rodriguez. Manidi. You see how hard Wanderers are working. They're all behind the ball. Making them play out wide, if anything else. Chabau. O'Brien. Heavy first touch, sees the Wanderers come away with it. 2v2. Haddad, the ball in behind for Hammond. Hammond steams towards the 18-yard box. Can he make it 4? Onto his left he goes, and well, a heavy touch. Sees him clash with a brave Tristan Prendergast, and he receives the yellow. Aiden Hammond. Fiery clash, this one today. They take it quickly and long, but Harper comes out for the throw. Concedes the throw to Blacktown City. O'Brien. Bernie back to Jack. Now Adam Berry. Chabau for Manidi. The shot in from Berry. Took it on a half volley. And over the crossbar it sailed. Looks like being one of those days for Blacktown City at the moment. Just those half chances today. They haven't been able to convert into goals. Cameron for Gerdich. Gerdich plays it infield for Battleado. Hammond just the ball, and they look to transition again at speed. Here's Hammond. Devine a little behind him, so they slow it down, and Battleado. Battleado like a conductor at the moment, telling the boys out there where to play the ball. Hollingdale for Gerdich. There's play back to Harper. Chelina drops off, but Harper's happy to send it into the middle of the park. Nice from Haddad. Holds it up. Berry there in his pocket. The two Berries combining defensively. Play on, says the referee, advantage, and the ball over the top. Manidi comes across from that left-hand side, and Wanderers offside. Aidan Hammond there. It's the judge to be fraction offside. Free kick already taken from Blacktown. No time to waste if they are to get something out of this contest. Chelina seeds the throw. Throw taken by O'Brien. Here's Adam Berry. Again, they shift it for a diagonal ball across to the left. Choi and Cameron. Jesse Cameron holding him up. Gigliotti comes across. So Choi has to use Manidi. Now Ben Berry. Nick O'Brien. Ball in behind and on tired legs. Harper comes out. He'll take it to the corner. Waste as many seconds as he can, but they're difficult balls. At the end of 90 minutes. 4.5 minutes plus stoppage time left. There should be 5 or 6 with the amount of substitutions, the yellow cards, a couple of reds and injuries. So we'll see. Could be another 10 minutes all up. Rodriguez for Manidi. Ben Berry. Shabao. Berry. O'Brien. Manidi across for Choi. Jesse Cameron stays on his feet, just shepherds him out towards that side of the 18-yard area. Cameron again with a block. Good defensive work, and he's been really strong on that right-hand side today, Jesse Cameron, for Andrew Christensen. Well, the referee looked to the Wanderers bench. Marcus Fernandez waiting to come on. And then he played on. So Fernandez waiting to come on at the moment. Could be Hammond. He's had a great shift today. We wouldn't blame him for an early shower. Surely now's the chance for Western Sydney to make the substitution. It's the man I thought it would be, Aidan Hammond. Another great shift from him. He makes way. Marcus Fernandez makes his way onto the pitch for the final few moments in this one. Of course, Aidan in the team of the week last week, as was Marcus Yunus for Western Sydney. Another wonderful shift from the number 13. As he makes his way to the shower block. Get first use of the hot water this afternoon here at Wanderers Football Park. Nick O'Brien. Rodriguez. Fernandez in front of him. Rodriguez skips inside onto his left, dinks it across, looking for a header and the goal potentially for Blacktown City, and Tyrone Burney couldn't get his foot on the end of it. Wanderers clear, but it's still with Blacktown City now. Manidi. Ball inside. Jack O'Brien with a shot. Straight at Tiger Harper. Well, just not falling into place today for Blacktown City. Just one of those games. They may find something, though, for their reward. Approaching full time and time added on at the moment. Haven't been able to get one past Tiger Harper. 1.5 minutes plus additional time left here at Football Park. Will Gotsis with you on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel today. It's been a pleasure having you on board. Round 11, and Western Sydney Wanderers are going to make it 10 wins from 11 to start the season. But this one has a lot of twists and turns this season. Season 24. Some wonderful sides in this competition. Chelina sends it up towards Gigliotti. Cameron there with Choi. The boy comes off. Cameron Danny Troy leaves it for Manidi. They take it quickly. Even a consolation. You wouldn't begrudge Blacktown for one of those today. At the moment, it's a clean sheet for Tiger Harper. Here's O'Brien. Nick slides it out to Bernie. Rodriguez wants it and gets it. Bernie again. Under pressure from Devine. Shabao. Manidi. Switch it from right to left. Danny Troy. On his left. Finds Manidi. You can see the low block at the moment from Wanderers. Can play the ball around, but no way through. O'Brien to Rodriguez. Fernandez in front of him. Devine. That was Hollingdale. He's put in a good shift as well. Shabao. The 1-2. The shot from Shabao and the save from Harper. He looked to place it onto our near post. Inside that. And Harper read it. Had to make its way through a number of bodies. Haddad out to Gigliotti. Fernandez, the only target at the moment for Gigliotti. Looks to go it alone. Can't get enough hip around that one to find Fernandez. The bench, Wanderers bench just roaring the youngsters on. Keep working, they want a clean sheet. It'll be a big statement win for them if they are to keep a clean sheet. So that's taken all before them this year. Just the one loss to Rockdale back in round 3, that narrow 3-2 loss. Here's Danny Troy. Cameron there, Troy on his left. And Danny Troy can't find the target as well. It's been one of those days for City. Both sets of benches not happy with certain things today. Tiger Harper. Tiger Harper. Sends it long. Towards Haddad. Ben Berry too tall for him there, wins that one. Danny Troy. Tracked and chased by Gigliotti. Shirt of the pull there, and referee says nothing toward. So they get a throw on the far side. Danny Troy takes it quickly. Shabao taps it down for Manidi. Here's Troy. Ball inside, and Donny Gertie's got a touch on it. Took the heat off the ball. Harper has been fantastic today for Western Sydney and Andrew Christensen's side at the back. So a team that's grafted and worked tirelessly in front of him. Nick O'Brien will get there first. Fernandez just leaving that one as he was coming back from an offside position. The time added on, but no board from the fourth official to signal how long, so I can't give you that information. I guess a good 4 or 5 minutes. Manidi. Troy. We've played 48 and a bit minutes, into the 4th minute already now. Rodriguez. Devine slips but gets his footing back. 1v1, Rodriguez. Look for him to get it onto his left. Berry. First time in for Troy. Away by Cameron. Haddad will hold it up. Goes down under the challenge of Shabao and just got caught under his legs there. Edmund Haddad. Murray Shabao couldn't really do much, but found nonetheless. We are almost at 49 minutes in this second half. Wanderers bench just saying hit it in the corner. Tiger Harper's pointing to the corner, so Blacktown City Sunday travel away to Sydney Olympic, 3 o'clock kickoff at Belmore, whilst the young Western Sydney Wanderers up against last year's premiers, NPL Leichhardt, here at Football Park, 3 o'clock next Sunday. What a game that'll be. Of course, RP involved in the match of the round today, and that may well be the match of the round next week. Last year's premiers taking on a side that's about to go 10 wins from 11. Doesn't get much better than that one next week. At the moment, Wanderers leading 3-0. Berry for O'Brien, away by Gudedic. Gigliotti only as far as Manidi. Shabao. Twisting, turning, but Gigliotti just happy to stay on his feet. The ball in, looking for O'Brien. Harper parries it down, and the second chance scoops it up. Referee's got the whistle in his mouth. And ladies and gentlemen, a statement win from Western Sydney Wanderers. Impressive as you like. 3-0 victories today over Blacktown City. It was a top of the table clash, one that was billed as match or one of the matches of the season. Western Sydney Wanderers for another week will stay top. 10 wins from their first 11 games. Only Blacktown City's second loss of the season. What a wonderful game here today at Wanderers Football Park, where the league leaders, the high flyers, the youngsters, Western Sydney too good. They've defeated Blacktown City by 3-0. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic game here today. 1v4, the two top sides in the competition when it came to attack, and they didn't disappoint. It wasn't Blacktown's game today. They tried valiantly, but Western Sydney Wanderers just too clinical with the opportunities taken in the first half, and what opportunities they were. Nathaniel Blair in the 13th minute, a wonderful strike after some brilliant work from Adam Bugadia. And their second goal, Aidan Hammond, beating players, falling down, getting back to his feet, cutting inside, putting it past Tristan Prendergast, made it 2-0, 24 minutes in, and it looked difficult even from then for Mark Crittenden's Blacktown City side. And Nathaniel Blair, the league's leading goal scorer, sharpshooter, got his second of the afternoon, his 12th of the season from the spot in the 41st minute. And at half-time it was 3-0. It ended 3-0. Both teams 10v10 in the second half, with Marty Fernandez sent off, as well as Anthony Pantazopoulos. A lot of highlights to take away from this one, but the one glaring statement is that Western Sydney Wanderers are the real deal this year. They make it 10 wins from 11. Stay top of the table for another week. Will Gotts with you. It's been a pleasure having you on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel today. Don't forget the match of the round underway. Flick across to that one. Arpia hosting Rockdale Illingdon. But from Wanderers Football Park, we're Western Sydney Wanderers 3, too good for Blacktown City 0.